video showed us how corrupt the family court system can be in the state of Colorado. 1st September 2023, I told my now ex-wife that I couldn't stay married to her anymore. I needed protection and relief from her. Just constant abuse of both me and my older children. We had 2 daughters together. I had 2 older children from a previous marriage. She responded, I'm telling you something, guys, the silver bullet divorce is a very real thing. Don't ever make a mistake I made. She promptly went down and got a restraining order. The judge took everything she said as absolute truth, even though she had no evidence. And he gave her possession of the home, the girls. She also she said I was abusive to my dog, and she sought and was granted possession control of my dog. There'd be a separate video showing that, and then what happened to the dog as a result of that. There was a CFI ordered. The first CFI ruled overwhelming in my favor. You can see she came for a home visit. She sees this kind of stuff, and you can understand why. She ruled, flat out stated in her report that my ex-wife had caused emotional harm to our daughters and will likely continue to do so in the future. That wasn't the answer the judge was looking for. So the judge threw that report out, and she is no longer a CFI in the state of Colorado. There's another CFI. This CFI saw no problems over here. She also did a home visit. Saw no problems whatsoever. No mention of any of this stuff in her report. It's going to get worse. What you're seeing so far right now is nothing. There's worse coming. This is where she just throw food. This is where the trash can sat. She just throw food in the general direction of the trash can. It wasn't just any type of trash, but including food. And it would just splatter against the wall and sometimes miss the trash can, and you can see the baseboard. You see the filth, the absolute disgusting filth throughout this house. This is the way it is throughout the whole home. Of course, I'm retired from the military, and I have a nice disability rating, so I have a decent income, and we lived off that income. She was a nurse. She wanted to pursue a nursing career. And so I stayed home with the girls. I raised them. I took them to school. I homeschooled them at times, depending on what was going on. Took them all their activities, all the medical appointments, dental appointments, arranged all that. Did it all. Did all the housekeeping, all the laundry. And this is just a constant thing. I was constantly picking up this stuff, constantly cleaning up after her. But in the past year, when I was serving the restraining order, it's been a year now since I've been able to get into the house. And this is what, and when I wasn't here to clean up after, this is what it became. This is what it became. Again, a CFI came in there, so no problem with it whatsoever. A child legal representative who happens to be a licensed attorney. By the way, the second CFI is a licensed attorney out of Fort Collins, Colorado as well. She is a licensed attorney. She omitted all this in her reporting, in her testimony. She claims she came in here and did a home visit, as did the child legal representative, another licensed attorney out of Durango, Colorado. Claims she came in here and did a home visit, saw no issues. Everything was hunky-dory. Both of them, everything was hunky-dory over here. Well, let's show you how bad it gets. That was a fire in here. This isn't soot. I've tried to scrub this off. That is scorched. She had some kind of fire. You can see the food splattered against the back of the, it was never cleaned off. You see the scorching of the cabinets, even going up into the upper wall, up in here. And like I said, we can't wash that off. It's just, I get a little bit washed off. You can see how it's scrubbed, and I've made a little bit of progress up there where it's more of a soot that scorched, but I can't get this off the cabinet. I can't get this off the wall. This was a significant fire. A significant fire. But it wasn't the only fire in this household. Our daughters, excuse me, I just bumped my head. It also reported me, I eventually had to get every other weekend with the girls until the judge eventually let them leave the state with their mom. My daughter reported to me that my mom and one of her friends had a fire pit out here. They put a fire pit out here and you can see where it's at. And they had a fire that got out of control. And you can see it. You can see how it scorched the concrete. You can see the scorching up above here. The girls were not making this stuff up. This is very real. This was here when the CFI and the CLR, Child Legal Representative, did their investigations. All this filth was here. Look at the doors in this place. And then you can see the absolute filth. You see it everywhere. I just regained access to this house a few days ago, and this is what I found. Look over here. Again, a CFI who also happens to be a licensed attorney out of Fort Collins, Colorado, and a CLR who is a licensed attorney out of Durango, Colorado, both claimed to have done home visits in this home. No issues. Look at the carpet. Look what she did. This is the stuff they were living in. The lighting here makes it hard to see some of this stuff, but it's just all throughout here. It's just like there's been beverages spilled and over and over. And look at the intake vents for the cooling and heating system. This is no mention of any of this in any of the reporting from the CLR or the CFI that the judge actually accepted. It was hinted at by the first CFI that the judge would not accept a report. With all those evidence of fires, guess what? Look what she had done with all the smoke detectors. These were hardwired into the home. And this is a smoke detector in the hallway. It's not there. You see the wires dangling down where it was once connected to the wiring within the home. This is one of the children's rooms. Same thing. Been disconnected and removed. This is our daughter's bedroom. Disconnected and removed. Not a concern to the CFI, not a concern to the CLR. They made no mention of any of this in their reporting. No mention of any of this in their reporting. We go into the master bedroom. Yeah, they tried to get, this is the vaulted ceiling. You can see where she tried to get that one down and wasn't able to get it disconnected. Step back in the linen closet, and that's where they all are. All in a linen closet. With all the evidence of the fire, that's where a carbon monoxide detector was. And that was taken down as well. They grabbed there's this random screwdriver on the floor. I mean, I don't want to touch this next thing with my fingers, but when you come into our bathroom, you just see the filth again everywhere. It gets worse. They put that as this. So over here was a litter box. And you can see this is urine-soaked litter. You can see the outline where the litter box actually sat. This is urine-soaked litter. This isn't just loose litter. This is clump. I mean, I can't. You can see this isn't just dry litter that was spilled out. This is clumped. That is soaked, has been soaked and caked on with dried urine. Not a concern to the CFI, not a concern to the court-appointed CLR. That is how corrupt our family court system is in Colorado. That is how corrupt. You get a CFI who says this is a problem. The girl should not be under this woman's care. The judge is going to throw that out because that doesn't fit what he's looking for. doesn't support the ruling he made in his restraining order. However, you get a report from the CFI and the CLR that tries to blind out all this kind of stuff. That's acceptable. That's okay. That is okay. So they put all kinds of security cameras up. She's always kind of weird that way, but maybe weird's not the best word, but she's always very kind of paranoid about her security. She got the bottles of whiskey and looks like road snacks where she left out of town with the girls. When I got into the house, I come over here. You can see the mess that she left here. She was ordered to maintain the home, but you can see what the condition she left everything in. Okay. And I discover she had this leaning against the wall. This door wasn't even locked. It wasn't even locked. She left this home. I couldn't come over here because it was on the restraining order. I was restrained from the place. She left this home on the 12th of September, and they just barely agreed to allow me to give me access to the home, to take it off the restraining order so I could actually come over here and get it sold per the judge's order. Yeah, and it was left unlocked. It's been sitting there for 2 weeks unlocked, where anyone could get access to this home. If this is a woman, again, filth. It's the whole house. This is the woman that in Colorado family court system has determined poses no danger or threat to our daughters, despite the evidence of a fire, 2 fires, despite smoke detectors having been taken down, including the smoke detector in our daughter's own bedroom. Yeah. Another video will see what she did to the dog. Blatant animal cruelty, extreme. Yet, because she's out of state now, the judge let her leave the state. And 3 days after I got the dog back, she ended up releasing the dog to the pound. They notified me, and I came and picked it up. And yeah, she's escaped prosecution because they're not going to indict her. They said they will not extradite her for this case. So this is where we're at. This is how corrupt this is. Again, no mention by the CFI or the CLR of any of this filth, any of the reporting. No mention whatsoever of the smoke detectors being pulled down. No mention whatsoever of the evidence of these fires. No evidence whatsoever of all the filth. Which every doorway in his house looks the same. All right, that's all.